Real people, real opinions, real talk radio. The multi-award winning Niall Boylan Show.
Ireland's classic hits.
It was announced last week that Catherine Thomas will join Dahi O'Shea as co-host for the Rose of Tralee 2023. This will make the pair the first joint presenters of the festival. I have no idea why they're having two of them. I thought one was enough. Now, almost immediately, we received an irate email. Dear Niall, I know you won't like this, but I don't care. I'm furious. And as much as I don't agree with everything you say, there is nowhere else in Irish media to get this point across. The rose of patriarchy needs to be over. That's where I got the patriarchy line from earlier on. I cannot for the life of me understand why that mortifying excuse for a festival still exists. On a day when a nation is mourning the loss of one of the greatest Irish females we have ever known, we hear this rubbish that these two dopes are hosting that out-of-date, sexist embarrassment. As if Dahi O Cup of Tea isn't cringe enough on his own, we have to bring your Wan in. Why does she always get so many gigs anyway? Who's she related to? There could be no place for this rubbish in a modern society. It's not as degrading as some of the competitions in the US, but it's still pitting grown women against each other in such a ridiculous way. The lovely girls from Father Ted wasn't really that far off after all. I'm just mortified. You can't even enter if you're over the age of 29. For the love of God. And they only just changed it so married women can enter. Can we please be more like Sinead and be on the right side of history? Sinead O'Connor, obviously, she was talking about there. Show me one thing, male-related, that is similar. You can't, Niall? That's because there isn't any. Because little boys are brought up to be doctors and TDs, not walk down catwalks. Now, I got to be honest, I don't normally agree with Sinead here. All right, this is, by the way, that's Sinead, the feminist, I think, actually, to be honest with that, wrote that in. I don't normally agree with her, but I'm kind of in agreement with this, but not because of a feminist reason. I just think it's shite. But that's just my opinion. But so many people watch it, by the way. They think it's great. Wonderful. Dahi up there this year, he'll be with Catherine Thomas. I don't know how she got the job. She'll be with, or she calls him Dahi O Cup of Tea. He'll be with Catherine Thomas. The two of them will be up on the stage together. Cup of tea. I want to know, do you still watch it? Is it cringy? Or is it okay? I mean, do you think it's good? Watching grown women from all over the world prancing around in nice evening gowns, you know, playing tin whistles and making IKEA furniture on the stage. Let me know what you think. The number is 087 188 0008. You can't deny it gets a huge audience, so somebody is watching it. Patricia, is it you?
Yes. Oh, no way.
No.
No way. It's absolutely boring.
Tricia, you gone? Did you fall off the stairs? Are you there?
No, I didn't. I think you fell off the chair.
Okay. It's boring, is it?
Absolutely. Because
Yeah.
you get fed up with, I'm from this, my parents are from this, and my parents from that, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely. I find it boring.
Yeah. So you won't be watching it at all, like?
I don't watch it. Absolutely. I just
So
don't
who's
know. I
watching
don't know. I
it?
just
Who are
don't
all
know.
these thousands of people that are watching it?
Well, I suppose some people have nothing else to look at. I suppose nothing else on television to look at. Maybe past night, maybe.
And what
That's
makes
what's
it so
on TV.
horrible? It's just that it's boring. It's nothing to do with the fact that it's parading women around or anything like that. It's just boring.
But, right, when they get the Rose of Tralee, where are they all the year? We don't see them again next year until hand over the tiara.
Well, is it a tiara they give them? What is a
That's
tiara?
where to get them. I don't know how to get them. Something anyway.
Yeah.
We don't see them for a year then.
Yeah, you don't hear much of them, sure you don't. It's not like years
No,
ago
that's
with Miss
what I'm
World
saying.
and all that kind of stuff, no.
Yeah.
No,
But it's all, I don't
who
know.
won it last year? I couldn't even tell you. Who won it last year?
I haven't a clue.
No, I
Be
haven't.
honest with you, that
I haven't
is,
a clue either. Couldn't tell you.
I'm not interested, being honest. And a lot of people I talk to, not interested either.
No.
Absolutely not. My parents of this, my parents are from that, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, my grandfather was from Mayo or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Or something like that. And
Yeah.
then do a dance, play a piano, or give a song, or a poem.
Yeah, poem.
Lord. Yeah, something like that.
But it goes on. They run it for 2 nights live on RTE. Or is it 3 nights?
One night's enough, I think.
Yeah, I think they might do 3 even. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know they definitely do 2. And it gets
they do.
massive ratings. So if you're all telling me you're not watching it, you're all lying to me. Somebody's lying to me.
Yep. Paper never fuse ink.
No, it's not paper. I know for the ratings. The ratings are massive. It gets like 600, 700,000 people watching it. That's a massive...
But the
When you look at
people
that as a percentage of the population, it's a huge amount of people.
Yeah, but there's people out there that watch that. A lot of people watch somebody else. A lot of people wouldn't watch this. A lot of people would watch somebody else. That's the way it is.
Yeah, maybe it's
Or they'll not get on television. They'll watch somebody else all night.
yeah, maybe where are you from, Patricia? What part of the country are you from?
Go away.
Yes, I don't think the Dubs watch it. I think it's more the country folk.
Oh, I think it's all country people. You're right there.
Yeah, rural Ireland.
Oh, absolutely. But I think it's boring, in all honesty.
Yeah, stay there. Let me go to Michelle. Michelle, hi. How are you?
How are you now?
How are you doing? Do you watch it?
Oh God, no! I'd rather watch paint dry.
Yeah, I'd rather gouge my eyes out.
Yeah, I don't agree with it on so many different levels. No,
Right.
definitely not.
Right. Give me a few of the levels that you don't agree with it on.
Okay, well, primarily for me, it's because they parade the roses around the Greyhound stadiums, which I absolutely hate. And then
Which Greyhound Stadium?
Sorry,
Which Greyhound Stadium?
I can't make you out now. You're all muffled.
Oh yeah, sorry. Which you said they parade the roses around the Greyhound Stadium. So which Greyhound Stadium is it?
Oh, down in Tralee itself, it's a big thing yearly that, the roses have to show up. And I know there's nights here in Cork that they attend as well. And I do know firsthand from somebody that she refused. She was a Rose of Tralee contestant. And she absolutely refused to go to the Greyhound track. And that girl was absolutely traumatised by the backlash that she got.
That's terrible.
Because she was standing up for the rights of the animals. Oh, it's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgrace. But I also don't agree in women being paraded around, like cattle at a mart. It's come on, like, that's the dark ages. Get with it.
Yeah, it's kind of old school thinking, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, totally. Totally. I mean, why not just bring back the swimsuits and get the men all oogling on the women,
Sure, why not, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's just disgraceful.
Yeah.
And, Ireland should be ashamed hosting such a thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in fairness, it's not as bad as, say, the Miss World or the Miss Universe or those kind of competitions, which are more, about kind of, although I don't know if they do swimsuits anymore, but that's more about parading around, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, one is equally as bad as the other, Niall, I mean, if they're going to parade around for one, they're parading around for another. So I wouldn't say one is any worse than the other. They're both, they're all equally as bad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get you. So you certainly won't be watching it. So who is watching? No. Well, then who is watching it?
Maybe, families of people who are in it and they get, local community.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know, it's a dying breed that are watching it. I don't know. I can't figure out why anyone is watching it.
Yeah, well, hang on for a second. Eric will be with you in a second. Just let me go to Anthony first. Anthony, how are you doing?
Hi, Niall. How are you?
Now, you watch it, do you?
I do. I think it's amazing. I
There
think,
you go, it's
like
amazing.
the different talent in it, the poetry, the music, the vibrance, the dancing, all that, and the different counties where they're from. It's like Father Ted, the lovely girls.
It is like Father Ted, the lovely. And Anthony, would you make a whole thing? Do you get the popcorn out and sit down and watch
but
it?
I have one point, Niall. If this doesn't go on, what would it give them to talk about in Gogglebox?
Yeah, they wouldn't have had to talk
They wouldn't
about.
have no roses.
So you enjoy it, Anthony? Do you?
I just enjoy it. Like, I'd be on holidays and I just sit down and I'd chill out. I'd even go into the bar to have a beverage and I'd say, look, the Rose of Tralee is on. I know a lady called Mary Glazer in Tralee, and she's a big woman into the Rose of Tralee, good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And she lives for it. She just breathes it in Kerry, and everybody knows her, and she's just an amazing lady. I'm not just saying it because she's a good friend of mine, but she does so much for the Rose of Tralee, and she is the Rose of Tralee, actually.
Oh, is she? She is the Rose of Tralee.
Yeah.
See,
Nice,
Michelle, people.
Yeah.
See, Michelle, people do like it.
Yeah, I suppose a box of Kleenex and a jar of Vaseline to go with it, and they'll be sorted, huh?
God.
I'd love to be an escort now.
I think that went over his head, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry.
In the Rose of Tralee.
You missed that, Anthony. I think that went a little bit over your head there. Sorry about that.
The Rose of Tralee, she was beautiful and lovely. a rose of Tralee.
There you go. There's the song.
Can I sing it now?
Oh, yeah, go on. Well, give us a bar, Anthony. Hold on, wait till it starts now. Hang on. And we just turn it up a little bit there.
She was riding, the sun is shining, the beauty of lovely Tralee. And I
Sick in me mouth.
will you send me to lovely Tralee? So Rose
He doesn't even know. You don't even know the words, Anthony. All right, lower it down there a second. Lower it down. Let me just go to Eric. Hang on. Leave it on the background if you want to. I know. Anthony, how you doing? Or Eric, sorry. Eric. Hi, Eric.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, buddy. How are you?
Good. I couldn't bear much more of this, to be honest with you. I get paid for this, would you believe? Yeah, but go on.
Listen, come here. The ones that watch this now, in my opinion, they're the ones that are paying their TV license. The fact that it's still going, I actually didn't know if it was still going on, to be honest with you.
It is, yeah, it is. Without a doubt.
Well, when your colleague rang me up about it, I thought there was some news that came out that it's now that they've cancelled it. I'm baffled that it's still going, to be honest with you.
Did you ever watch it, Eric?
Maybe, no, put like this way, right? If it was on, right, I'll bet 90% off. If that was on now, I'd spend time washing my hair, the remains of it.
Yeah, Anthony watches it. He loves it. He used to hear him singing there, singing his brains out there.
More water.
Fair play to Anthony. Fair play to him.
Yeah, he loves it.
He gets a right good kick out of it.
I hope I get onto Gogglebox.
He wants to get onto Gogglebox.
Well, look, listen, come here. It's a certain generation's RT's version of OnlyFans, maybe. I don't know. But,
RT's version of OnlyFans.
No, listen, come here. Like, I think this is one conversation that we going one way tonight now.
I have a funny feeling you might be right in this one.
I mean, it's just our RTA just doing outdated stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, I think, as I said to your colleague, as Zoe thing was rang me earlier, I think it's simply just down to RT have a very small supply of stuff that they can put out that gathers interest.
But see, it's popular in Tralee, and they'll say it brings in massive amounts of tourism. See, this is the thing as well. It is a bit of a money grabber. It brings in a huge amount of tourism to Tralee.
Tourism?
Yeah.
Oh, you're joking me. Come on, you're joking me.
It does.
There's no, listen, for rural urban and all that, it could be great, but I think for...
It's like the Puck Fair. The Puck Fair brings in a load. The Ploughing Championship. Like, I wouldn't be bothered with any of that kind of carry on. But all that brings in massive tourism.
Yeah, no, to be fair now, the Ploughing Championship now would have been... That's probably a lot more popular than, the Rose of Tralee now. Now, to be fair, like, I think down to the... I think one reason why it can be so popular is down to the host. I mean, you have your man Dahi O'Shea. He's a bit of crack. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think so?
Yeah, to an extent. My granny, before she passed, she was a big fan of his now. Do you know what I mean? So
but with a certain age demographic, he's popular. You know what I mean? He's not the most exciting man in the world, is he?
Well, that's why I said...
Nice fella, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
That's why I said to my granny,
But this year they've two hosts. For the first time ever, they have two hosts this year.
Who's the other host? Marty Marcy?
No. Marty Marcy. He won't be able to get there. He hasn't got a car. He had to give it back to RTE. Marty Morrissey, no, won't be. That would have been a good pick, actually. Marty Morrissey would have been. No, Catherine Thomas.
Catherine Thomas. Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how she got the gig, but she did.
Well, I say the bookies. I say it was neck and neck between her and you and Miriam, maybe.
They should have got Ryan Tuberty to do it for the crack.
Well, he's not doing much these days, so it wouldn't surprise me if he'd have got it. But,
yeah, that would have been a great comeback for him, wouldn't it? The Rose of Tralee, like. He did do it once, I think. They got Ray Darcy to do it once. God, that was embarrassing. They got Ray Darcy to do it once, didn't they?
Well, listen, I mean, next up, next year, yourself and Adrian Kennedy, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how well that'll go down, to be honest with you, myself. Yeah.
I think you're too good for it now.
You think I'm way too good for it, Michelle? Adrian can have it if he wants. Yeah, I'm way too good for that.
At least if they put coverty on it, it would be the kiss of death that it needs.
Yeah, I would just say straight out to him, your dress looks shit in you. That'll bring a level of entertainment into the show, wouldn't it? I mean, look,
it would probably bring bringing more ratings anyway.
Yeah, I just say, what's the story here with the dress? It doesn't match your shoes. You look crap.
I can't sing.
I'm surprised that's still going. I'm surprised that not that, but you know how
It's a bit diddly idle, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a bit.
Well, that as well. But you know how everyone's like, nearly every second person, they're way too sensitive nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, do you know how like, everyone's? Let's just call it. You know how majority of people, they're just snowflakes.
Yeah, they're all triggered very easily, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm sure some people might get triggered by, you know, a young woman.
Yeah. My producer Jane gets a bit triggered by it. She gets triggered by it.
Well, look, listen. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't blame. I don't blame her. Either.
Yeah, I don't blame her either on this occasion. Actually, stay there. Well, hang on, because Peter loves it. Peter, hi.
Hi, Niall. What's with all the anti-RTA rhetoric going on? And what's that woman who was on there as well, objecting to women being paraded around
Michelle.
like cattle? Or
Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle. Is she still there?
Yeah,
she?
she is. Yeah.
I am.
Michelle. Well, so what if the women would be wearing little or nothing? It'd add to the entertainment value. It couldn't be any worse than what's on some of the stations.
And I suppose you have your Kleenex and Vaseline with you as well, do you?
Sorry, I can't hear what you're saying. But I tell you what, I've a couple of very
She
intellectual
said,
points.
do you have your Kleenex and Vaseline with you while you're watching it? That's what she said. She was being
I
rude.
have, yeah, and I've got a few surgical gloves and all the go.
Of course you do.
Go on, Peter. Tell us what the entertainment value is.
The entertainment. No, listen. Before I go into the entertainment value of it, right? I'll give you a couple of very good points. And even your producer or your researcher Jane there said on WhatsApp, you know, they're good points. If you look at what it was 20, 25, 30 years ago, and you look at it now, you can actually track it. You can see the differences in the way the women dress, the fact that they actually have fantastic careers now. They're very well able to speak. They're very well travelled. And it's great advertisement for the tourism industry for that particular part of the country in Kerry. So it actually has got benefits. Apart from the fact that it's a little bit old hat, it has got a lot of positives in there as well.
It's a bit diddly idle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit fabulous. Yeah, but sure, look, you know.
You do realise that women were always well able to speak. It's just they weren't allowed to back then.
Listen, I know women are very well able to speak. I'm married to one of them.
Good man.
Listen, I may as well just have a bag over my head and be gagged.
We're all very well aware, Michelle, that women are able to speak. Let's be clear about that.
I know, but what I'm saying is like years ago, going back, 25, 30 years ago, women were always intelligent and able to speak. It's just, like the rule makers made them seem like, look, they're at home cooking the food and blah, blah, blah. It's just, yeah.
And that's the problem with the Rose of Tralee, Peter. It's a bit of a throwback, isn't it? It's a bit of a throwback to a time when all that women were good for was just looking nice. Do you know what I mean?
But you know yourself working in broadcasting now that people love nostalgia. They love looking back.
I know.
They love.
They do, yeah.
They do. I mean, nostalgia is a huge seller, so if it has that value, that's an added bonus, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I don't think that's Eric laughing in the background there. He's just constantly laughing. Eric, are you listening to what Peter's saying? Bit of nostalgia. Yeah.
I mean, look, listen, each their own and all that, you know what I mean?
Eric, Peter likes it.
Yeah, fair play to them, you know what I mean? As I said, RT's version of OnlyFans, there you go. You know what I mean? But
it's great value. I mean, in fairness, I'd pay the license fee for that alone.
Well, there you go. I mean, look, each their own. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. You know what I mean? I mean, it wouldn't suit criteria. You know what I mean? But some people are interested in it.
Who is that laughing in the background?
Oh, it's okay. We have a minor bird at the kitchen.
All right, okay. Stay there. Let me just go to Angela. You can take 3 if you want to, Jane. Angela, hi. How are you?
Hi, Greg. How are you?
Geez, this is getting very exciting here tonight, isn't it? Somebody in the background is breaking their side. I'm assuming it's in Peter's house somewhere. Yeah, but go on. So Peter takes the time out every year to watch the Rose of Tralee.
I actually record it.
I record it as well.
Do you?
I do. So I can fast forward the ads.
Yeah, who's that?
Angela.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on the same wavelength here, Angela. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just fast forward the ads. Come here, lads. It's a great bit of crack. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's certainly plenty of that.
All these stuck-up feminists fucking parading around. They're not parading around, for God's sake. They walk out onto the stage. They have a little bit of an interview. Then they might sing a song. They might try and do a cartwheel.
Play
they
the
might
fiddle.
Do, make a complete arse out of Dahi, which is always the funniest part of it. And lads, as you said, it gets high ratings. So there might be 6 or 7 people going, oh, I don't watch that. But the rest of us are going, do you know what? It's a bit of a laugh.
Michelle thinks it's outdated.
How is it
Yeah, but no,
outdated? They get to tour the world.
Those 6 or 7
That's
people
what
who
they-
object to it, why are they all on this show tonight?
I don't know. Michelle, are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Angela loves it. Loves it.
And each to their own.
She gets great
It's
crack
like,
out of it. She
I
thinks
want
those
to
are
do my
those who are
part.
moaning about it have little else to be doing.
Yeah, and I would just like to note, I wouldn't class myself as a feminist. Thank you very, very much.
There you
You're
go.
very welcome,
would.
but that's the way they're coming across. It's not like they're going up and down stages in bikinis showing off their bums and their boobs, and they're not doing that. They're coming out. And they're professional women as well. You're getting ones who are coming lawyers and doctors and, you know, and the thing is, they don't just disappear off the face of the earth. They get to tour the world as the Rose of Tralee.
Do they?
They're touring the world because of it.
I never hear them again.
And again, haven't we been given out for the past year about, you know, the tourism in Ireland is, you know, going to shite, excuse my language. Well, it's not around the Rose of Tralee because they're all coming over for it. So why are we giving out about people coming over and spending money in the country to go and support their loved ones? What's so wrong with it?
There you go. What's so wrong with it, Michelle? There you go. Spending money in our country, tourists, a bit of crack.
Well, I don't think it's great crack when they're promoting, you know, animal abuse, which is what it is. You know, I really don't.
What's animal abuse? How are
Were
they
you not
promoting
listening to the first part of the show?
She made the point that they parade them around the Greyhound track.
Oh, for God's sake. Jesus Christ. Seriously? Like, no,
I didn't even know that, to be honest with you.
Seriously? Yep.
But the thing is, like, this is what's done. Greyhound racing is never going to stop.
Ah,
You
don't know about that.
think?
Don't know about that.
That's for another night.
Yeah, that's another night's topic, and I have to say, I'd agree with Michelle on that one.
Yeah, well, just look at you all.
Yep. Yeah, so I maybe they shouldn't mix politics with entertainment, Angela. They shouldn't be parading them around the Greyhound track. Maybe that's a good idea. But anyway,
What's that?
well, apart from anything else, let's get back to the jovial part of this. You find it entertaining. Peter, do you find it entertaining?
I do.
think it's
I do think it's entertaining. I think there's a lovely cross section. There's women from all different countries. There's women with different aspirations. It's lovely to see the escorts from the various parts of Ireland. They come out. They're well dappered up as well, and they're a good representation for, I suppose, for the Irish male as well. And I mean, it does get coverage, news coverage, and press coverage in other countries, obviously, because you have women coming from different parts of the world. So I mean, it's a good advertisement.
Mainly the United States, yeah. Mainly the United States.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. I mean, but in fairness, we've huge links with the United States, and
Absolutely,
Australia,
yeah.
and various other parts. Yeah, so it's got its good points, but it's got its bad points.
No,
Sorry?
I don't care I really don't care if someone comes on and says my mother's father's cousin's next door neighbour down the road, the aunt, uncle's nephew, you know, their dog came from Mayo. I don't care. I really don't care. You know what I mean? Because that's what it does. You see, again, we're laughing. It's light entertainment. That's what it is.
Okay, I got to take a break. The number's 087 188 0008. Angela loves it. Peter loves it. Michelle hates it. The Rose of Tralee. What do you think of it? Is it worth it? Your licence fee alone, says Peter. The 160 quid, he'd pay that just to see the Rose of Tralee.
Ireland's classic hits radio.
All right, let's go to Alan. Stay there, Angela. Alan, hi, how are you?
Good night, yourself.
Good. Alan, you've been listening to Angela. The Rose of Tralee, she lives for it. Well, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. But she loves it.
Fair play to her. I didn't know to go onto a greyhound track and walk around, so I'm suggesting now we get them in their bikinis to go around the racetrack there and we all bet on them. See what happens.
Put a number on their back, like.
Yeah, in the bikini though, and the losers and have to.
What would
fight
you
it out
use?
in
But
a
as
mud bath.
you know the way the dogs have to run around after a hare.
Yeah.
What would we use as bait for them to run? Oh, like a Gucci bag or something.
Dildo.
No, one of the escort.
Dildo.
The best looking escort, Niall.
A Gucci bag. Put like a Prada or a Gucci bag or
The
Instead
best
of AA
looking
battery.
escort.
the best looking escort. So, Alan, clearly that there is an audience for this, isn't there? Clearly.
So look, there is an audience for it. I don't see the harm in it. Let them on. Sure, what harm are they doing to anyone? So, as I said about OnlyFans, is most people can't afford a £40 a month for OnlyFans, so this is the only way to get to see something women in swimsuits. So,
But they won't be in.
let them
Now,
on.
they don't be in swimsuits in the Rose of Tralee.
I have no idea, but look, let them on.
Just
If
goes to
they're
show
good
you
looking.
don't watch it anyway, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I was growing up. My mother would have sat there and watched it. I would have been forced to then watch it, but I wouldn't watch it other than that.
Do you remember
I
RTE used to have The Best Housewife? Do you remember that programme? It was Mike Murphy used to do it. It was Ireland's Best Housewife, and they'd have to cook and clean and all sorts of things.
Well, that's what women are missing nowadays is the ability to cook and clean. 'cause
Yeah,
they're
Angela,
busy
you better be
and
good at
whatever.
cooking and cleaning. Are you good at cooking and cleaning,
That's
Angela?
crack wrong.
Are you good in the
I
kitchen?
am. I just am. You know, I like. You know, it's not like when you were younger. You know that you leave the house or you leave your bedroom in an awful state. Jesus, now I love having my bedroom nice and clean, and you know, like cooking a nice dinner and that. You know,
Yeah, would you be a
So-
typical woman like?
so
But
woman.
before she takes advantage of them, she has to clean up and feed them. Before she
Yeah.
takes advantage of them, you know, so she has to.
Yeah.
That's the skills that you learn, like, you know. Fake all this career women and that. Stay at home.
Stay at home and have the crack. Let me go to Melissa. Melissa, hi.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, Melissa. Melissa, the Rose of Tralee, would you watch it?
I would, well, I don't know because I got rid of RT.
Right.
But I grew up all my life loving the Rose of Tralee because we were always on holidays in Kerry when it was on back in the day.
Right.
We had a mobile home down there for 30 years, so it was always, you know, to go in and watch the girls floating in their beautiful
Doulas, yeah.
gowns. And my daughter then decided, like, there was 6 girls in our family. Every one of us wanted to be a Rose. You know, when you were a young girl, 10, 11, 12, growing up. But my own daughter, 25, entered the Rose of Tralee. You know, the
Right, okay. The
county one.
Yeah, the local
Yeah.
heats, yeah.
Yes, the heats. So she would have entered the Waterford Rose of Tralee about 10 years ago. Well, by God, did I see another side of it, Niall, to be honest
Why?
about it.
What do you mean?
It was all the interviewing of her when she wanted, you know, she put in her name or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was the questionnaire then of what your parents work at, how much do they earn, sort of thing.
No.
Oh, yeah.
What difference does it make how much you earn?
Well, I kind of, you know, was wondering why.
I thought they just asked them questions about world peace and things like that. You know what I mean?
No, it was literally what's your mother's profession and all this. So I found it just to be an extreme money racket.
Right. And why do you have to pay to enter?
Basically, what you do at the local kind of county heat,
Yeah.
they'd have a hotel, and you would have to fill a table. Now, I remember at the time it being ridiculous money per person for the meal.
I would imagine. Now, I don't know how it works, but I imagine the Rose of Tralee sell the
This
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they
And
sell the
money-
franchise, I imagine, to different places around the country.
Well, basically, you have
Yeah.
to fill kind of a table of 10 people, and the money for the meal per person was quadruple what it would be in the hotel normally.
Does it go to a charity or something, maybe? Or?
And no, it goes to the Rose of Tralee Fund,
Oh,
I
okay.
presume.
Right, okay.
So I was very shocked at this, and it was a case of, well, you can't enter unless you can fill a table.
Fill a table,
So,
yeah.
So it was very much, you know...
Bet you didn't know that,
any
Angela.
girl on the street that could afford to
Yeah.
go into it. And then, of course, there's the whole makeup and dresses and shoes and all the different outfits. And
Man, I
it was
suppose you go
very,
into it
very,
knowing
very
all that part,
expensive.
yeah. You go into it knowing that you have to have all that stuff.
Well, to a certain
It's
extent,
all,
you
it's all
test
sponsored.
What? What'd you say,
Well, no.
Angela? Sponsored?
it costs us a
It's
small
all
fortune.
sponsored.
Yeah, well, I know some of the girls do get sponsored by local car companies and stuff like that,
Well,
don't
now
they?
her dress,
Is-
she
is
would
Renault-
have,
is Renault
her
part of
dress-
Yeah, Renault might be involved. I don't know.
Yeah, you can get a sponsorship, and you'd wear the sash.
Yeah.
My one now, I think she went to Tommy Hilfiger at the time or something.
Yeah.
That just opened in Waterford. So they just wanted promotion. But I think they only get her like about €100 at the time or whatever.
To wear the sash.
To wear the sash with the name on it. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So,
something, anyway, wasn't it?
But yeah, it was the money racket.
Yeah, I imagine, see, the heats around the country that are run, because obviously they would give you a bit of business for the night if you own a hotel, you have to pay the Rose of Tralee for the franchise. I remember the same thing with the Miss Ireland. Years ago, you had to pay Miss Ireland for the franchise to run it in your nightclub or your bar or wherever it was you were running your heat. That's how they make money.
It was an amazing experience for her and for us to
Did she win?
No. I think she came third or something in the Waterford heat.
Right, okay. Yeah, sorry, guys, what are you trying to say?
All of, not every county gets through.
Right.
See, that's the
I'm entering it this year. I'm identifying as a woman and I'm entering it this year.
Well, this is what I want to talk about.
I'm just saying.
I'd be very upset.
I'm just saying. I'm going to go as Noreen is my name. I'm going to go as Noreen.
Well, come here.
And I'm also identifying as a Cork person. I'm not going to be Dublin. I'm going to identify as a Cork person.
Hey, the real capital. But I was going to say I know a good makeup artist, but so do you.
Real people, real opinions, real talk radio. The multi-award winning Niall Boylan Show.